I'm Kristen Markey, and welcome to Village Eats, the Greenwood Village cooking show, where village neighbors come together to learn from each other, sample great food, and have lots of fun. Today, I'm delighted to introduce Julie Hill. Thank you for being here, Julie.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Kristen.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
And we're going to start off just like we did last time. Like it's a dinner party, right? Like you just came to my house and we've got a drink and we've got an appetizer and we can toast to our second show.
Perfect.
So take a drink. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay. That's so refreshing.
Thank you.
I love it.
It's always good to have like another option, another non-alcoholic option when you have guests over. So today we have an infused water, and it's actually infused with sage. So it's a relaxation. It's supposed to relax you and kind of create a spa-like calming atmosphere. So I like it. It's just subtle with raspberries and pineapple and sage, and that's it. And water.
I love the color and the fruit, and it's refreshing, and it has that nice relaxing. That's perfect.
But it's just really subtle. It's not too overwhelming. I really like that mixture. I bet you'll see it when you go to a spa sometime.
I love infused water. I use it all the time.
Yeah. So our appetizer today, I've already prepared for us, and I don't know about you, but I have a hard time trying to get away from cheese and a lot of carbs, and when you're having a dinner party, you want to have something light. You want something when your guests arrive, but you don't want them to fill up on your appetizer. So I'm always experimenting with trying to find some lighter, refreshing appetizers.
And also something you can pick up, and it's easy. And this just has beautiful color. I love it. And with the spring and the summer coming, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, so it's watermelon, and it kind of looks like watermelon with guacamole on the top, but it's actually not. So it's avocado, and then we have some lime juice on there, some red onion, cucumbers, and some tamari. So or soy sauce, or you can use coconut aminos, but it's a gluten-free option.
Nice. And, that's important. So many people are gluten-free.
Yeah.
And it's very important, and you want to give everyone an option.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
So we can try. It's always hard to eat on camera.
That's
okay.
okay.
Want to try?
Oh,
all
yes.
right. Okay.
So it is bite-sized. And
I do love that you can hold it.
Yes. So you have the sweet and the salty and the tart, but it's very healthy.
Yeah, and it's
that's what I
creamy.
love.
Yeah. Perfect. Like watermelons are in season right now, so I got this one from Whole Foods, and I can't believe how flavorful it is already.
What can you do with the rind?
Compost it.
There we go. That's great.
Yeah. So today we're going to be cooking some really fun summery meals, easy to do. So the first thing is a halibut in a parchment paper.
Oh, nice.
It's very simple. The whole thing you should be done in maybe 20 minutes.
Right.
So it's really quick, good for when you have friends come over for a dinner party, but it's also good like weeknight meal.
Yes.
And then to accompany the fish, we're gonna do like a really nice spinach salad. And
good.
I think you're gonna like it.
Yes, I am. With the halibut, are you doing it on the grill or in the oven or in the pan? How do you prepare
so
it?
we're gonna do a parchment paper, so it's really nice and simple because with the fish being in the parchment paper, it steams the fish.
Oh yes, I love it.
So it's a really nice, easy way to prepare. The cleanup is minimal, so the whole cooking process is 15 minutes at the most. So
I love parchment paper, and I want to share with you. Last week on Village Eats, what you did is you had the kale, and it was so interesting how you cut it. So I learned something. And I also learned a second thing that was so important with the ginger, and you were right on when you said freeze the ginger, because you don't have to have ginger that goes bad all the time. If you take ginger and freeze it, Kristen, just like you said, which I love, then you can come out and grate it all the time, and you have fresh ginger. So there are two things I learned last time. I love the veining of the kale.
Yeah, awesome. I can't tell you how many people stopped me and said, I didn't know you could freeze the ginger. Why didn't you tell me that before? I'm like,
oh yeah, well it's a great, It's a great hint.
Yeah.
It's a helpful hint.
Yeah, I agree. So how long have you lived in Greenwood Village?
Well, we've lived in Greenwood Village, and I also brought the wonderful Greenwood Village newsletter because that's how I found out about Village Eats. So I love it that Greenwood Village has a newsletter and gives information and things to do, and Rambling Ron, Mayor Ron, which we all love, he's just fantastic, and all the information.
Oh, that's great.
But your question, we have lived, my husband and I have lived in Greenwood Village about 3 years. We've been in Denver about 8, and we came here because my husband works for the University of Denver, and we're very proud of that, of course. We first started out in Observatory Park, so my husband could walk across the street, so it was easy. And now we came out and we love Greenwood Village. It's kind of horse country. We don't have horses, but we love to look at them. But I also say, we live in horse country, but I have a TJ Maxx very close. And so it is a wonderful neighborhood, wonderful people. I'm on the HOA committee. I just went right in and I said, we have to have more parties. What's all this stuff? You know, we have to have parties and get to know our neighbors, and that's what I love, community, and what can we do. I also, the Highline Canal.
Yes, that's one of my favorite parts
it's right
of the whole city.
Right behind our house.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So I do a walking Wednesday, so I gather up as many people as I can. I said, let's walk, and walking Wednesday. But Greenwood Village has so many wonderful things, and one thing I love is I saw that Greenwood Village is starting a senior outdoor exercise equipment area, and I thought, wow, that is so cool.
That's awesome.
They have things for, young kids, and they have that fishing and everything. I love Greenwood Village, and the more I get involved with it, the better I feel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm so glad that you're here, and I want to hear more about your philanthropy efforts, because I know that you have been involved on the national scene too, and I'm sure that our audience would be interested in hearing. So let's kind of clean this up a little bit, and we'll go over to the stove to prepare some of our toppings for the halibut.
Okay,
Sound good?
wonderful.
All right.
Sounds great.
Okay, we're going to start with just sauteing a few tomatoes, a shallot, garlic, some red pepper flakes, just to put on the top of the halibut.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's going to be really good and fragrant in here. We're going to want to start to smell all these delicious flavors. So I've got some extra virgin olive oil here, and we've just got it on kind of a medium-low heat. And then I've got some shallots sliced thinly, as well as some garlic. So we're just going to put that on here.
I love garlic. So fresh garlic, shallots, and
So it's going to start smelling really good. And then we've got some red pepper flakes, just to add a little bit of spice. How much spice do you like?
I like spice.
You like spice?
I do like spice.
God, I got a lot here, so maybe not quite that many.
Okay.
So we'll just saute this for a second, and then we're going to add some tomatoes.
So those are cherry tomatoes, and then you just halve them, or?
Well, they were kind of the large size. I think I got them at Costco, and they are ginormous cherry tomatoes, so I quartered them. But normally, if they're regular size, I would just half them.
Okay.
Yeah, but when you're putting them on the fish, because the fish is so flaky, it's nice to just be able to take a bite and
have the tomato as well.
So it's not
all the taste together.
Yep.
Oh, I can already smell that garlic. That's my favorite.
Yeah, mine as well.
Yes.
All right, we're going to add our tomatoes.
So that's probably a cup and a half of tomatoes, or 2 cups?
That's about a cup or so.
Okay. And it really, I love the color too. It just brings,
know.
So that's some.
And we are getting into tomato season, which is why I love this recipe, because the tomatoes start coming from the gardens.
So little fresh pepper, little salt.
Little sea salt.
Yes, nice.
We're just gonna
because you said you love gardening, so I was wondering, what kind of vegetables do you have in your garden?
Oh my gosh, I have, and I planted a huge crop this year.
Oh,
so
nice.
I have tomatoes, of course, like 5 different types of varieties.
Nice.
Loads of herbs, every kind of herb that you can think of.
And that's perfect, because then you can, it's so much fun when you're cooking and you go, let me go out to my garden and get
I love
herbs.
that
You're
too.
like,
I know.
So sustainable.
Yep, I love the herbs. And we do some zucchini, cucumbers, carrots, beets, like 3 different kinds of lettuce, plus kale, and
I saw
Swiss
that.
chard.
I saw the zucchini noodles, and that what you used last time on Village Eats. I thought, wow, that looks really decorative, and you know, it was something I had never seen before.
The thing about the zoodles, so when you have zucchini in your garden, you always have a plethora of zucchini. So you're trying to figure out different ways that you can make them.
Right.
But I cooked with the zoodles last night, actually, and I don't even cook them. I just make them into the noodles, right, and have them raw and crunchy. It's so delicious.
How about spaghetti? Can you do spaghetti? Make spaghetti? Okay.
So sometimes for my kids, because they'll want the spaghetti, and then to be more like the gluten-free. So like my husband and I will have the zoodles, and the kids will have the noodles, and
but it's also,
everybody's happy.
It's also a great way to sneak vegetables in to your children's and your whole family's menu and diet.
Totally
because
agree.
the zoodles are like, hey, let's make these. How old are your children?
20, 19, and 14.
Oh, wonderful. So you have 3.
Yeah.
I have 2. They're grown, but my background is education and health and nutrition. So I'm always, figuring out ways to put vegetables, like tomato sauce, I always add spinach. You always put every time.
That's awesome.
All right, so this topping looks
good.
great.
Okay, so this is all good. It took
pretty.
only just a couple of minutes.
Okay.
And so now what we're going to do is just take it over to the counter and assemble our fish in the parchment paper.
Okay.
Sound good?
Okay, I'm going to go get the fish.
Okay, perfect.
All right. I'm excited to learn about that parchment paper, how you do it, because I'm always burning the parchment paper.
Oh, really?
When I cook, so I want to see how you put it together.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so we have halibut. I love halibut because it's a really mild fish, and I find that everybody likes it.
Yes.
And there's a million ways that you can put it within the parchment paper.
Okay.
And what I'm going to show you here today is, like, I'll do one first, and then you can do it. How about that?
Okay.
All right. So we just put the fish in the middle of the parchment paper.
Okay.
And I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on it first.
Okay.
Only because this will be mine, so you can kind of just do it however you like it.
Right.
All right, so then we're going to put the tomatoes on. And then we have,
so pretty.
Doesn't it look so good?
Yes.
So I've got 3 herbs here,
Okay.
and you can obviously use any herbs that you have out in your back garden.
Right.
So I have some thyme. Thyme is so fragrant and good in here, so I'll put a couple of things of thyme, and then we've got some parsley, and we have some mint. So when you do yours, you choose which.
Do you leave the stems on, or you take all the stems off?
I like the look of that. And then I have capers and olives, and if you like capers or olives,
I love this recipe. Yes,
I know.
I love this because I've had fish like this in other restaurants, and I wanted to say, what is your recipe? And they had capers and black olives. Are those Greek olives or black olives?
It's Greek olives.
Okay.
Yeah, Kalamata Greek olives, so really easy. And then I have some grass-fed butter. It's about a teaspoon of grass-fed butter. So it is important because there's really very little fat in here.
Right.
Just, you can either drizzle it with olive oil or butter. So this is just a little bit of grass-fed butter, and I'm just going to put that on the top. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just put a little white wine, whatever white wine you have.
Whatever white wine you're having with dinner.
Right. No, some dry white wine is best. So, so now all we're going to do is fold it up. So just like you're wrapping a present.
Right. Okay.
And my mom was an expert wrapper, so actually this is why I must love the parchment paper.
Okay.
So we're just going to fold it over like that, and then the ends you want just like a candy.
Okay.
So we're just going to twist it. And again, like,
I'm so happy because now I know. I'm always burning the parchment paper. This is great.
Okay.
It's kind of like fish in the bag.
Yeah. I love the, there's 2 kinds of parchment paper that you can buy. There's the bleached and the unbleached.
Okay.
I used the unbleached paper. You can recycle it, compost it actually.
Okay.
You can compost it. There's no bleach or chlorine in this paper.
Well,
so
see, that's great to know.
Every little positive thing that we can do.
Yes.
Anyway, so but regular parchment paper, I'm sure is fine. All right, so let's each do one more.
And then with the pan, you don't have to put any Pam or cooking oil or anything. Okay.
There's actually silicone in the parchment paper.
And I'm always using white, so I'm glad you showed me and taught me the distinction, and I will change.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, they're easy to find too.
All right.
So we're going to make an extra one. Julie's husband was supposed to be here with us today,
yes.
so
Yes.
we'll have a little doggy bag for him.
Okay, that would be great.
Okay, so help yourself to the
Okay,
tomatoes.
wonderful. And this is interesting because I've used parchment paper and I've never sautéed before, and this is going to make a big difference.
Yeah.
So sautéing the topping, and that just I mean, that
one
just
little
looks so
extra,
pretty.
one little extra step.
Yes,
right.
and it only took a couple of minutes.
Really.
Okay.
I mean, if you're really crunched on time,
Right.
you can always, just throw them on there raw. I'm sure it would be fine. But I do like it like this. Like, it just kind of enhances the flavor.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it does. It softens it up.
Yeah, these
softens
tomatoes
it
smell
up.
so good, so I'm being a little generous here with the tomatoes.
Oh, I love the smell of the
Yeah.
herbs and everything. That's wonderful. And then I'm going to reach over you, and
So do you like cooking, Julie?
I love cooking. I love learning and trying new recipes, and I give a lot of dinner parties.
You
So
do?
yes, I do, and I like to try to see what works.
Do you try new things on your guests, or do you go?
I do.
You do?
I absolutely do. I try new things, and I might say I try them first on my husband.
You do?
Yes, because I've done a couple of fish. I always do fish and meat, and because
Yeah.
if you have a large dinner party.
You like to have options?
Yes, yes. And also the gluten-free when you were
Yeah.
starting the show. I know I had real trouble a couple of years ago finding things that were gluten-free. And it was so, I appreciate more and more
Right.
of ingredients are gluten-free. And I love all the fresh ingredients. I'm gonna take all of, let's put all of them. We don't,
Yeah.
these olives are fantastic, wonderful. Okay.
All right.
So
Yeah, I'm good there.
all right, here we go. So what we're
Okay.
now this is what I want to see again. I want to make sure I'm doing
Okay,
it right.
all right, let's do it together.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just gonna, again, just like a little package,
Okay.
right? And then gonna sort
wrap
of
it
roll
up.
it.
Yes.
Roll it, roll it, roll it. See, if my mom was here, it would be like it would be just absolutely perfect.
Oh, this
Okay.
is perfect.
Yeah.
This is kind of perfect. Pretty much.
All right, then we're twisting it just like some hard candy.
Well, my question is, sometimes I like to have that crunchy top, and that's what when I burn the parchment paper. So I unwrap it and put it on boil.
Yeah.
And then it's not fun when you're having a dinner party and the alarm goes off.
You know.
I go, I'm cooking. So that's how it is. So
I recently made this for a dinner party, and when you think about this, you're like, oh, every person needs to have one piece of fish.
Right.
But what I did was I opened up the parchment paper and put it on a platter and sort of cut it in half.
Okay.
So that, especially when you're having a second meat, you don't need so much. So, so it is perfect for a dinner party. So let's just take it over in the oven, and we do have the oven set pretty high. It's at 450, and it's just going to bake for 15 minutes.
Okay.
So
and I love it
all
that
steam.
you're not going to have a lot of cleanup.
No,
because
none.
you take the fish out and it's done.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's perfect. All right, let's put it in the oven.
All right, sounds great.
All right. All right. Let's put it on in there.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to start our salad.
Okay.
Have you ever had spanakopita? Do you know what that is?
I don't.
Okay, so it's that Greek phyllo dough pastry with spinach and feta, and it's really super rich, and it's amazing. Okay, this is kind of like that, only without the guilt.
Okay, good.
So it's like all those really good flavors. So what we have here today is spinach. We've got some sheep's milk, feta cheese, cucumbers. We have dill and mint, and it's just like, it smells so good.
Oh, I love
some scallions, and then we're going to add some quinoa. So this is a perfect, it can be just a meal in itself because it does have the protein from the quinoa.
Right.
So it's so delicious. I know you're going to like it.
Good.
So we can start. I'm just
Okay.
going to put a salad bowl over here.
I love this salad bowl. This is really cool, Kristen.
Oh, thank you so much. A friend of mine brought that back from Africa, and I use it almost every day.
Oh my gosh!
And I said today,
wow.
I'm like, I'm going to bring that salad bowl
That's
because it's my
beautiful.
favorite.
So Africa, my husband started his career in Cameroon, Africa, as a Peace Corps volunteer.
Wow.
So
And
we haven't been back.
he has an impressive background. I'm
Yes, he
sure
does.
like our audience would love to know that, we have a former ambassador and
Oh.
he's spent so much time, serving.
Yes, he has, and I'm so very, very proud of him. He had a 33-year career as a Foreign Service officer.
Wow.
And during that time, he's worked for 6 administrations, which I like, 3 Republican and 3 Democrat. So he's really, he's a statesman. He knows what to do, and now he works for the University of Denver. But when I talked about when we moved to Denver, I wanted his life to be easy because his last post was ambassador to Iraq.
Wow.
So it was pretty difficult. He had it was a hardship post. Yeah. And with that, he's been a 4-time ambassador to Macedonia, to Poland, to South Korea, and his last post was ambassador to Iraq. He was also assistant secretary to Asia, so he was over all of the countries and as an assistant secretary. And with that, he also was the lead negotiator on the North Korea talks. So right now, he's very, very busy.
Which is why it's not here today.
Yeah. He's like, oh gosh,
Wow.
he just has been doing so much. And it is interesting because he worked 4 full years as being the lead negotiator with the North Koreans, and the 6-party talks had 6 different countries. So I hope they ask him. He's been doing some work with the State Department. We are going back to Washington just to do some events and speaking.
Yeah. That's super exciting.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is exciting. But he misses being part of the day-to-day Washington D.C. and he also wrote a book called Outpost: Life on the Front Lines of American Diplomacy, or A Diplomat at Work. And we both worked very hard on that book. So I'm very proud of him.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I bet your culinary experience throughout all of Asia would be like a whole nother separate book, which would be really interesting.
Yeah. Oh yes. Asia's great.
Oh, I love it. All right, so we're going to start with just some baby spinach, and I'm going to just put it on in our bowl here. And from here, Julie, would you mind just chopping the green onions? For the most part, with green onions, I don't use too much of the white because it's pretty strong. So you can use like a lot of the green. So just kind of thinly chop that up until maybe about like here on the green. Okay. So just like little thin
So get rid
slices.
of the white. Because I do use the white.
Well, I use some of the white because the white is the strongest part.
Right, it is. I can smell it now.
Yeah, and we have some other strong flavors here too.
Okay.
So yeah, just
is this good?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay,
perfect. Okay, I love it. And then for our dressing today, it's going to be really simple, kind of similar to what we did last time, where we're just using olive oil and lemon juice and salt and pepper, and that's it. And we're, going to be able to taste all the really good flavors from the herbs and all of that.
It's not masked. Sometimes when you have this creamy salad dressing, that's all you taste.
Exactly.
And so that's why a lot of times when I go out, I always say, can I have the salad dressing on the side, or can I just have a lemon?
Right.
And more people are doing that.
Yes, I totally agree. Yeah, that should be good.
Okay.
So just throw those all on in.
Sounds great.
And then, like I said, we just have some. You can use really any herbs, but I love. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay. Some dill, and the dill smells delightful with the mint.
I love the dill. These are bouncing all over the place. Yeah. Sorry. Bouncing onions.
So just kind of put
happy onions.
a bunch of those herbs in there.
Okay. Can we use our hands to kind of mix it?
Well, I've got a tongs.
Okay.
And then, would you want to put, a few spoons of the quinoa in there?
I love this. It is so
great.
great.
I just made it this morning. One thing I want to mention about quinoa that a lot of people don't know is just to really rinse the quinoa so that it's not sticky. So you'll see like our quinoa is really fluffy.
Okay.
And you can serve this salad.
This is nice.
Yeah. And
it's making me hungry.
I know.
And it's hearty. I mean, you can have this as a. You were talking last week about preparation. Like if you take some time and you do some prep work, then you can take this to lunch.
Yeah, for sure.
For work.
And like quinoa, any kind of, when we talked a little bit about the grains last time, but
Right.
quinoa is so good because it keeps for like a week. So
Okay.
you can make a big batch of it and then
Okay.
throw it in any salad.
Okay, that is great to know.
Yeah.
Okay. what
Okay,
else?
so we have feta, and I'm using sheep's feta, and I like the sheep's feta because you're able to digest it a lot
Okay.
better. So cows, they say that the difference between cow's milk feta and sheep's is cow's milk, it takes 2 hours to digest versus
Right.
a half an hour. And it's really creamier, and it actually, the nutritional value, there's
Okay.
more calcium, there's better fats. So the sheep's milk is what I prefer, but again, it's all on taste.
Right.
So
is this if someone was lactose intolerant?
yeah, there's
Yes.
still some
Okay.
lactose
Okay.
in there. So if you do have that kind of person
Right.
at your dinner party, put it on the side.
You're right.
Just put it on the side,
Right,
and
and
it's
they can add.
fine.
Sure.
The people who enjoy it, they can add it. Those that don't, but since we're not, we're just going to put it on.
Okay, yeah, we're
and
not.
it is just a really creamy, yummy, and we can add. I think our halibut's done.
Oh,
Okay,
You
so-
check that, and I'll
Okay, you add the
this.
cucumbers.
Yes. That's
Goodness.
nice, and I'm going to get all of the cheese in because I know I love cheese, and I know we had some nice. Can I move this around a little?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one thing I want you to add is the pine nuts, just to your right over there.
Oh yes.
So the pine nuts, I just toasted those
Okay.
in the oven right before everybody came.
Okay.
So just pine nuts on a baking sheet.
Okay. Any
with
oil?
No oil, no nothing.
Oh,
Just-
I like pine
know.
nuts, and then so you toast them for how long?
Maybe about 15 minutes, just until they're a golden color.
Okay. So all of them?
Yep. Yeah, I think that would be great.
Okay.
So
Oh,
super simple dressing. I'm going to do half parts, and I'm really, I don't really measure very much, but the recipe will be online.
okay. Oh, I saw it. I saw the
Yes.
recipes are online.
So there will be an exact recipe for those people who love the exactness.
Right.
Yeah, so we're just going to squeeze our lemons in here.
Nice.
Yeah, just really, really fresh dressing, and we've got so many flavors going on
Right. And you
in
have
the
your salt
salad.
and pepper as well.
Yep.
And
Just
then
like
you have,
whisk this
you
together.
have the herbs too.
Yeah.
I want to make sure we get all of those.
You get every last piece
I
of
do.
mint.
Yes.
I'm gonna put
Oh,
some.
but the mint, growing mint, you have to make sure it's contained because I
Oh,
had
you
a
do.
whole pasture of mint.
I made that mistake. I made that rookie mistake in my very first garden,
Yes.
and it took me years to get rid of the
Oh, I
mint.
know. Oh, I
But-
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just gonna pour this on.
All right.
And
Oh, beautiful,
Again.
beautiful salad. I love the green, the white, the toasted
Yeah.
pine nuts. Perfect.
what you're gonna love how it tastes,
Oh, I
honestly.
bet.
So then we'll just.
Toss
And
it
this
up.
will go so nicely with our fish.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And I
It's
love
gonna
the
be
addition of the quinoa.
Yeah.
So you're just going to have the fish,
Yeah.
the salad, but the salad has a quinoa, so you're
Yeah.
not going to,
Yep.
have
have
too many
extra
carbs.
rice or whatever.
Yes.
This is a great summery meal.
Oh yes.
Yeah. All right. So let's get our fish
Okay.
and unwrap it, and we can assemble it on the plate.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds
Okay.
great. And I do like when you plate the meal if you have a dinner party.
I know.
So it really is a lot easier. You plate everything and then you bring it out and you go, oh, it's all perfect. You know, you might have
so
to.
you can put those last little accompaniments
Yes,
and
yeah.
little things on the top, so it looks
Yeah.
beautiful.
Okay.
It's time to assemble our plates.
Okay.
All right, let's get our fish. All right.
nice.
So the one thing I do want to call out is that these parchment paper little packets can be very, very hot and
Yes,
steamy when you
yes.
open them, so be really careful.
Right. Let them set. So you
Yeah.
take the fish out, let them set for a
Yeah.
minute before you open it up right
Yeah,
away.
because it'll be steamy.
All right. Oh, that looks
Oh
so
my gosh,
nice.
it looks so good.
Okay.
And it smells so good. We wrapped them
beautiful.
well. Yeah. So,
You want to get all the
all the
great,
good stuff,
all
right?
the great ingredients. All right, there's
Uh-huh.
one.
Wait. Here's some more olives.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
That looks so pretty too, doesn't it?
I know it does.
Yes.
All right.
It's like opening a present, a surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fish, white, flaky, nice. That's beautiful. Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, delicious. I'm gonna put it over to the side so we have some room for the salad.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Very nice.
You want to hold the plates and
Sure.
I'll dish up some of our delicious
Of
spinach
course.
salad.
Oh, that looks nice.
Doesn't it look good?
Yes, it does. It's very nice.
It's colorful.
Yeah, with the quinoa,
flavorful.
it's just perfect. There we go. Oh, it's a summer meal.
Summer meal,
Fresh,
fit
healthy.
for sitting on a patio.
Fresh and healthy, and
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So now that we have our deliciousness here,
Yes.
and it's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we should sit outside in the patio, and then you can tell me about your PIN, the
Oh.
American Heart Association.
Okay.
Let's go outside.
Okay, thanks.
This looks pretty good.
It does.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I'm excited to try it.
Yes.
It's so nice to be out here. It's the most glorious, glorious day.
Yes. Well,
Oh,
that's what
fan-
Colorado is. I mean,
that's what-
Colorado and Greenwood Village. That's why we love living here. You can go out, and it's so very peaceful.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want you to tell me about the work that you're doing with the American Heart Association and some of your other philanthropy that you're involved in.
Okay.
Because I'm sure like our audience is going to want to know. Take a bite first.
Yes. Oh, it is delicious. It's excellent. Great
Oh,
job.
thank you so much.
I've always been in health and nutrition, and my focus has been childhood obesity. I work with the governor in Florida. I work with the governor here, and I am now working with American Heart Association volunteering. So I'm volunteering. I'm the chair of the state advocacy.
Great.
So I do Heart on the Hill. I work with our legislators. I advocate for healthy choices. I love it. I love what I do, and I'm passionate about it. So I'm so happy that Village Eats and you, Kristen, are really talking about healthy choices.
Right.
And you're giving options. Okay, well, if someone's gluten-free, do this, or if someone's lactose intolerant, put the ingredients on the outside. So this Village Eats is really a great opportunity to showcase healthy menus, healthy choices with the water, with the spinach salad, with this great fish. You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you
Now,
so much.
Tell me a little about you, when I'm going to eat now.
Okay. So I have a company called Nest Health Connections, and I help corporations with becoming healthier and happier with their employees. So it includes some food, also includes lots of other things like really holistic practices like meditation and mindfulness and yoga and
Wonderful.
working out and all sorts of different
Putting
things.
it all together, worksite
Yes.
wellness.
Yep,
Yes, but
exactly.
We need that wellness
Exactly.
and healthy choices and time to exercise. And you brought up meditation just to collect your thoughts and bring it back together. So being out here, being in Colorado, it's just a healthy lifestyle. I mean, we're one of the healthiest states, which I love.
We are so lucky. Well, it's been so nice having you here today. I love all of the information that you brought and how you even tied in, some of the things that we did last time. That was fantastic.
Well, I learned things. So I think every Village Eats segment, you're going to teach something new.
I hope so.
Oh yes, well the
try.
parchment paper. I mean, that was fantastic. I learned a lot.
I'll try.
Yes, and there's always opportunities to learn.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have a third session. So anyway, so thank you so much on behalf of myself, Greenwood Village, our neighbor Julie. Thank you so much for watching. As always, the recipes will be on greenwoodvillage.com, so please go there and check them out. I know that you're going to enjoy the food, and please let us know if you're interested in being a guest or have any feedback. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.